All right, so Adam Gase has sucked so far for the New York Jets, and it's no secret. Everybody's been talking about it. The only people who seem to not notice is the Jets organization. So what we're going to do today in Madden 21 is take over the New York Jets, and we are going to rebuild. They are power rankings wise listed now as the worst team in the NFL, and it shows. They came in and spent a whole bunch of money on a whole bunch of people that they didn't need. They're in a terrible position right now. Adam Gase needs to go. A lot of these older guys they spent a ton of money on need to go. We are going to rebuild this thing from the bottom up around Sam Darnold, and we are going to make a Super Bowl run in the near future, not in the immediate future. That's the one thing that some teams just don't get, is that the Jets are not competing for a Super Bowl right now. So I don't know why we're spending so much money on these older guys that kill the cap. Let's rebuild the New York Jets, get Adam Gase out of there, see what we can do. Okay, so looking at our team salaries, what the actual hell? CJ Mosley, $85 million. He's at about $18 million a year until 2023. Le'Veon Bell for a running back, $14-15 million a year until 2022. Quinnen Williams can stay because he was a top-end first-round pick, 22 years old. Makes sense, but why are we paying a 28-year-old running back $15 million a year and a 28-year-old middle linebacker $18 million a year? We have a lot of work to do here. And then Jamison Crowder, only signed over the next 2 seasons, but $10 million. He's a good wide receiver. He's not a $10 million wide receiver. George Fant, a 68 overall right tackle, $10 million over the next 3 years. There's just so many of these guys. Connor McGovern, 74 overall, averaging like 8 or 9 million over the next 3 years. We have to get these guys off the books if we're going to want to rebuild this team. Oh boy, there are just so many contracts that I want to get rid of. All right, so the Eagles are a team that are in win now mode. They're in desperate need for a middle linebacker. Why not trade for one of the better ones in the league right now? CJ Mosley is being shipped off with his contract. Jamison Crowder, the Eagles are obviously also in need at wide receiver. There's no secret there. And in return, we're getting Jordan Mailata. Could be a project of an offensive lineman. Has star development, only 58 overall, so really a long shot there, but we can see where we're going. First round pick this year, second round pick next year. I maybe could have gotten 2 firsts, but I want to be somewhat realistic. I feel like a first and a second is a pretty realistic haul for CJ Mosley and a really capable wide receiver in Jamison Crowder. Okay, so the Rams, 2 of their biggest needs was middle linebacker and defensive tackle. They really do need both those positions. Aaron Donald's playing 3-4 defensive end, so he's at right end right now. So they're getting Damon Harrison to stop the interior rush, which is amazing for a team who's trying to make a run. That's going to help them a lot. And Avery Williamson, our other good middle linebacker that we had, but just doesn't fit with our long-term plans right now. Trading both of them, get their salary off the books, and a 7th round pick, getting a first and second next year and a second this year. So pretty good move for both teams considering we're in rebuild mode and they are in win now mode. Okay, so the Bears recently had an injury to David Montgomery. He is playing through it, but a bit injury prone. We're going to give them a good running back, a really good cornerback in Pierre Desir to help them in their secondary, and a right guard, Van Roten, in exchange for their younger left guard, James Daniels, and a future 2nd round pick. So we're getting a little bit stronger on our offensive line. Cheaper salary, younger player, feel good about that. Okay, so Washington football team are in need of a pretty experienced wide receiver. They don't have anything outside of Terry McLaurin to throw to, honestly, at all. They have nothing to throw to. They drafted Antonio Gandy-Golden this year with kind of a middle-of-the-pack draft pick. We're going to instead give them Brashad Perriman, a proven fast wide receiver who kind of came on last year. Also, they were in desperate need of a free safety, so Bradley McDougald is really going to help them plug in there. We're also giving up a 3rd rounder in order to trade up to a 1st rounder. So our value is really going into trading up in the draft and then also acquiring a younger wide receiver in Antonio Gandy-Golden. Hopefully we can get him into our future plans. Okay, so that one took quite a while to work out, but the Seahawks have just signed Chris Carson and have played him quite a bit. It seems like they've kind of washed away on Rashard Penny, who was a 1st-round draft pick just a few years ago. He's 78 overall, star development. After we trade away Le'Veon Bell, I'm okay with giving a different guy a shot, and I love giving guys a shot who have been neglected elsewhere or not given their fair chance, maybe. Chris Carson has really beat him out for the job. Let's see if Rashard Penny can have a career in New York. We'll see how that goes. But the Seahawks are really going all in for it this year. They traded 2 first-round picks to get Jamal Adams. In order for them to plug some holes, they really needed a right tackle. We're giving them George Fant back. He actually came from Seattle. Connor McGovern, they had a big need at center. And then defensive tackle McClendon. He's really old, but he's going to give them 1 good year so they can try to get to the Super Bowl. I think this trade makes a lot of sense both ways. Hopefully Rashard Penny can be our guy. Okay, we'll be trading Henry Anderson, Anwusar, and Josh Bellamy for Muti, or I believe it's Natan Muti or Natane Muti. A right guard from Denver, a rookie with star dev, and then a 3rd-round pick next year. We're giving them a pretty good left end, middle linebacker, and depth wide receiver, so pretty good all the way around. Okay, we're trading Ryan Griffin and a 6th-round pick this year to the Packers for Sean Garrett, who's been a disappointment so far in the NFL, but he's a young left outside linebacker, kind of a freak athlete. Hopefully we can give him a chance here. And then a 1st-round pick next year from the Packers. It's projected to be pretty late. They're usually a pretty good team in Sims, so it'll likely be a late 1st-rounder, but still worth a shot there. I know Antonio Callaway's had a lot of chances. We're going to give him a chance here. We need some wide receiver depth, so we're going to go ahead and sign him. And also Hakeem Butler, just because we need a few guys in the roster. Have to sign a few more players for depth, so we're going to sign Dorrance Armstrong, young right end. I'm sorting by age just because if they have a good year, it's probably someone we could bring back. Let's do Nick Nelson as well. And then I do want a good kicker. And Aldrich Rosas is here, who is much better than Sam Ficken in my opinion. So we're going to sign Rosas, maybe sign him to a long-term deal. He's only 25 with star development. Could be a really good kicker. We're going to go ahead and cut Ficken. He's 12 overall worse. So Rosas is a guy we can have for the future. I'm okay with him being here. Going from one New York team to the other. Looks like we're going to need another safety. Quickly, let me grab one of those. Ooh. Let's go with Monte Nicholson, 24 years old, 92 speed. I know there's a couple other good guys on there, but we're going for age here. Good pickup there. I'm going to go ahead and get to the trade deadline, if not the end of the year. We'll see how simulating goes. Alright, just really quickly, before we get into the season, we're going to look at the roster, and I traded Alex Lewis for a next year 3rd round pick from the Lions. His salary was quite large as well, so we're just going to get him off the books and show you the team and get into the year. Okay, so we are in shambles, but I think we're better off than we were before. We're going to have a lot of cap room, we have a lot of draft capital, we have a lot of younger players, we don't have old big contracts on the book. We have some good development players, hopefully some guys who can break out. Starting at quarterback, Sam Darnold. Unfortunate that he's only normal dev. Hopefully that can go up. Rashard Penny, star dev at running back. Hopefully he does good this year. We'll see. We might have to let him walk. I don't know. Denzel Mims, rookie wide receiver, big guy, very fast. We signed Hakeem Butler to be a wide receiver on our team as well, 6'5". Antonio Gandy Golden, 6'4", not as fast, but he'll be our second wide receiver and also our slot wide receiver. Antonio Callaway we signed as well. Have Josh Doxson in here. The big first round draft pick, Mekhi Becton, 6'7", 360. On the right tackle side is Jordan Mailata. He's also like 6'6", 360. So we have huge bookends. Hopefully he can develop. 58 overall is pretty horrible, but we're building up from the ground up. So hopefully we can work on his development this year, get him up. We have Muti at right guard, the rookie with hidden development. We have Edoga playing center. He's normally a right tackle, but wow, what the heck. James Daniels at left guard. This is going to be a rough year. Next year is going to be a lot better. Chris Herndon at tight end. Too bad he only has normal dev. Taking a peek at the defense. We'll be playing a 3-4. Quinn Williams starting at right end. Mack and Shepard. Cornerbacks, really only Brian Poole notable with star dev, 27 years old. Marcus May, 81 overall star dev. And then our linebackers, Rashawn Gary, Ashton Davis, the rookie starting. Really, really weak. This is a ground up rebuild of the worst team in the league, so we're not looking so hot right now. I promise it's going to get better though. This is going to be a rough year. We only committed to 4 wins. I would not be surprised at all, if we get one of the first picks in the draft. So let's see what happens when we simulate. Okay, so I didn't realize 2 of the only few players we decided to keep, Marcus May and Brian Poole, have contracts expiring. They're both 27. I don't think I'm giving them 3+ year deals, so I think we're going to look to trade them, and then we're pretty much completely wiping the slate clean at that point. Let's go ahead, look for a trade partner for these 2, and see where it goes. Okay, so I know the Buccaneers are going all in this year. They just traded for Rob Gronkowski. They have Cameron Brate, OJ Howard. Their tight end room was just crowded. We could really use a good young tight end. We'll take OJ Howard off their hands and a first-round pick, and we're going to give them a lot of much-needed help in their secondary this year because they're hopefully going for it with Tom Brady. He doesn't have much time left. They could look at re-signing May or Poole for a year or 2, but ideally they get him for this year, and hopefully it helps them get to the Super Bowl, but we're not in contention right now, so we're trading these pieces. Marcus May and Brian Poole, also giving a 4th-round pick to trade up to that 1st-round pick, so definitely a good move for us. All right, we're going to re-sign Aldrich Rosas to a 7-year deal for about $2.5 million a year. Pretty good. He's like the only guy I want to bring back, so thought I'd do it. All right, so we got to the end of the year. We finished the year 1-14-1. Almost went winless, but for some reason we beat like the Rams or something like that. I don't know. That should be the worst record in the league, though. I'm assuming we get the #1 pick. I'm really excited to look at the draft board to see who we might be able to get. Here's stats. Sam Darnold, 3,300 yards, 29 touchdowns. Not great. Rashard Penny, only 570 yards and 5 touchdowns. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's bad. That's worse than I thought it would be. 3,300 yards, 19 touchdowns, 11 picks, 52% completion. That's horrible. Rashard Penny carried it 187 times. That's not a lot of carries at all. We must have been, just because we were down every game, we probably just passed it a ton. 5 touchdowns. That's horrible. 63 receptions for Mims and Gandy Golden. 7 touchdowns for Gandy Golden, 2 for Mims. Not great. Oh boy. Blake Cashman had 132 tackles. Wow, that's a pretty good year. Tackles for a loss. Quinn Williams got himself 16. Shepard 12. Hewitt 10. Sacks. Quinn Williams had 5. Cashman had 4. Cashman had a pretty good year. 3.5 for Sean Gary. That looks good. Interceptions. Austin 3. Fairley 3. Quinn Wilson 2. Ashton Davis got himself 1. That was a really, really bad year. We were the worst offense, and I think the worst defense. It doesn't say, but I think we're the worst in both. It can only get better from here. The Jets are already bad, so why not make them the worst team by far and build up? We're going to build up through free agency, through drafting. I have faith. I have faith. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Cam Newton close second. Cam Newton's always up there. Mahomes was in third. Justin Herbert on the list. Interesting. Coach of the year, not me. Interesting. In the AFC, yada yada. Some of you guys want to see this. Blake Cashman, number 8 on the list for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Herbert. Gandy Golden in there at number 4. I will take that. Denzel Mims at 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kenneth Murray. Ashton Davis we got on the list. Best quarterback, definitely not on this list. Best running back, definitely not on this list. Best wide receiver, maybe. Didn't think so. Offensive line, Mekhi Becton. Nope. Defensive line, Quinn Williams. Nope. Linebacker, no. Oh, Blake Cashman. Defensive back, Blasson Austin, I guess. Kicker, Rosas. Nope. Okay. That's all we have there. Okay. I have quite a few offers in. Some of them are pretty low ball, like Allen Robinson. No one's offering him anything. He is 28, so he doesn't really fit our plans, but if we can get him for cheap, I would definitely do that. Todd Gurley could potentially be a good running back for us for the next 4 years or so. Give him an offer. Marcus Williams would be great if we could get him on a good contract. Alex Mack for some depth at lineman on the offensive line. A whole bunch of cornerbacks, left tackle depth. Wide receivers, we put in some offers for some good wide receivers. John Ross is a guy I'd really like. 78 overall star dev, 25 years old. So we're looking to spend up for him. We have a 100-point bid on him right now, which is at $4.5 million a year. I think what he could turn into is worth that risk. He could be like a Tyreek Hill weapon if he develops well. So I think it's worth spending up for him. We're going to try to get John Ross. Whole bunch of other good pieces, good star dev pieces like Kevin King. We're going in on him as well. He's 6'3", only 26 years old, star dev. We're really keying in on star dev. Threw in an offer for Mitchell Trubisky. Nobody else wants him. Trying to get him for 7 years just in case. You know, you never know what happens at the quarterback position. And Josh Rosen as well. Threw them some just pretty low offers, but honestly no one else is interested in them, so we can see if we can negotiate with those players. Let's simulate a week in this and see if we get anybody that we want. I'm nervous. There's a few guys I really want. Okay, sweet. Got John Ross. He was the one guy I really wanted. His career has not gone to plan so far, but a really good weapon in Madden. Very fast. Got John Ross. Got Devondre Campbell. Did not get Anzalone. Got Jordan Lewis. Got Kevin King. Not a lot of other people rejected, so I'm thinking people went back with other offers, so we're probably not going to be able to get Todd Gurley and such. Let's see. Oh, nobody else bid on them. Okay, Marcus Williams we would have to pay up for. He's 24 though, so I'm okay with paying up for Marcus Williams. He can be a really good replacement for Jamal Adams for us at the safety position. I'm going to go in on Marcus Williams. Mac, that's okay if we can't get him. Villanueva, that's okay if we can't get him. Sidney Jones. We do have Jordan Lewis and Kevin King, so maybe we don't need Sidney Jones. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this offer. Malik Collins, more people are interested in him. We can get rid of that. We're also going for Puna Ford. Yeah, so let's redo our offer for Marcus Williams. Keep our other offers in, maybe raise them a bit to try to get Todd Gurley in. Again, we're not offering very much money at all, so if I could raise their interest at all, that would be awesome. That was only 1 point. Let's give Todd Gurley a decent amount of money. Something worth thinking about. And if we do 5 years, we'd have him until he's 32. That's pretty low salary, so I'm okay with that. No one's gone in Allen Robinson yet. I'm going to rework this Marcus Williams deal, and let's simulate another week of free agency. Okay, cross your fingers. We're going to go ahead and advance another week. See if we got anybody else. So let's do 5th-year options. We got Mike Hilton. We got Mosley, and we got Marcus Williams. Huge signing for us. We haven't heard back from Todd Gurley or Allen Robinson yet. I'm worried other people offer them a contract. We'll see. I'm going to do these 5th-year options. See if there's anybody we want to pick up. Sam Darnold. Yeah, we'll do it for now. Still has normal dev, but he is technically our future. We'll see. Let's do Sam Darnold's 5th-year option. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and look at my contracts, and we'll do another week of free agency. We have more 5th-year options. Rashard Penny. Yeah, we can pick him up for another year. Okay, so we're going to simulate another week of free agency. This one makes me nervous. Very nervous. Please. Okay, we got Zach Pascal. So we did get another wide receiver. We didn't sign hardly anybody else I wanted to. It's possible we could bring him back on a 1-year deal, but that's not the same. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get some of the guys we wanted to. We still made good progress, and we will be going to the draft now. I'm going to go ahead and scout players, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so there's a few guys that I like in this draft. I think I'm leaning towards trading down out of the first pick. I have tons of picks. So I have the first pick, 11th, 15th, 16th, 25th in the first, and then I have quite a few in the second. There's a lot of good players up here, but if I can trade down and stay within the top 5-ish, I think I'll be fine. I like both of these left outside linebacker speed rushers. I would be okay with getting either of them because I'm not sure which one's better, to be honest. They're both very similar. Cramer's a little bit faster, but Bridges has a few other better combine stats and has better skill grades. The other guy I really like is Taj Cates. I think he's the #1 guy I would like to have. I don't know if he's going to go right away, but he looks like he's a beast. Look at the combine report. Tackle, pursuit, power moves. Tackle's usually not a great top skill, but pursuit, power moves is for a power rusher. He had 39 reps and he ran a 4.8, so he's just a freak athlete, 21 years old. This guy is definitely going to have good development. I might just take him #1 overall because we could really use a big, great D-tackle like that, and then later try to get our edge rusher or some other guys that are down the board. But I'm going to see what a trade down might look like, and I'll get back with either a trade down or I'll take my D-tackle. Okay, so the Dolphins did offer me a haul. I think I'm going to take it and really hope that my guy falls to me, or I might trade up if I get nervous. But they're offering me the 5th overall pick this year, a number 24 this year, still in the first round, and their first round pick next year, which is projected at 8, and I think it could be better than that. So if we get a top 5 this year, top 5 next year, and an additional first round pick, that's really hard to turn down. So I'm going to go with it, and let's see who the Miami Dolphins wanted to trade up for. Jonathan Barnes, the left end out of Washington, 74 overall. So there's still those top guys on the board. Hopefully some of these guys go for a left outside linebacker or another left end, possibly even a middle linebacker. This guy looks pretty good. I really want Taj Cates, but I could be wrong on him too, so I'm not going to trade up yet. They went Justin Cramer, and he's a 76 overall left outside linebacker. He looks pretty good. I wonder if the Vikings have a need at D-tackle. I'm going to go check on the Vikings and the Giants, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the Vikings have Michael Pierce and the Giants have Dalvin Tomlinson. So I don't think the Vikings will take him. They did. Okay, he's a 74 overall. I knew his overall would be low, but I guarantee he's got star dev. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. They have another guy that's great. And then Devin Bridges goes 77 overall. Okay, I probably should have taken one of them. Wow, that's disappointing. Okay, so we missed out on RD tackle, but I actually kind of like Braxton Bridges as well. He's got good skill moves, tackle, hit, power, finesse moves, but here's the thing. He's a power rusher. He had 37 reps, which is crazy strong, but one of his top 3 skills is finesse moves, and he ran a 4.7 40 at D-tackle. So he's super athletic. He's got good finesse moves. I'm assuming he has good power moves. He is 23, so he's a little bit older. I usually like taking him at 21, but this guy I think is going to be good. So I'm going to take him. 74 overall, normal dev. We reached. Okay, so there's another guy I want. This was the other guy I thought would be okay. Dion Meander. Let's see if people take him. Nope, Doug Middleton. Shaquille Whitaker. I might see if I can trade up because I think Meander is going to be a stud. Okay, so our number 16 overall pick and Edoga, the right tackle, get us the 8 overall pick. And we're going to take the other player that I thought could be pretty good, which is Dion Meander. So the interesting thing about him is he's like the reverse of the other guy, whereas he's considered a speed rusher, but his bench press was 32 reps, which was first among left ends. His tackle's high, hit, power, finesse moves. He's projected as a mid-first round pick, so I'm guessing like 74 overall, but I'm hoping he has a better dev trait. Let's go with it. Normal dev, 74 overall. Okay, so we got 2 74 overall normal devs, but they're really young, so they could get better. It's really hard to get. That's the other guy I wanted too, is Antoine Arnott. I think he's probably got a good dev trait. Jeez, hard. It's tough, guys. Jeff Johnson, wasn't thinking about him. Okay, unfortunate, but I digress. I did like John Burke. 7.1 combine grade run stopper, bench press was high, 40-yard dash was high, tackle, hit, power, pursuit, all high. He looks kind of like a stud. But also does Lionel Alden. This guy's faster. Whew. It's going to be a tough decision. Trey Rhodes. I don't know about him. Denzel Dyson, very fast. He's definitely a slot receiver. Tyler Tatum looking at later. So which of these middle linebackers do I think is going to be better? And I'm going to take him. John Burke, A minus, A minus. Alden, A minus, A minus. Both 7.1 combine grade, 6'1", 6'2"-ish, 250, 240. 20. So first bench press, third 40-yard dash. Pursuit, hit, power, tackle. Tackle, hit, power, pursuit. How can you distinguish between these two guys? This is crazy. I think we're going to go with Burke, and I know I'm going to regret it. I probably could take them both. No. Burke or Alden. Man. Let's go Burke. 74 overall hidden dev. Okay, so we got a hidden dev. I feel like that was the right decision. 89 speed, 86 tackle. I'm surprised there's only 89 speed. I thought that'd be higher. 91 excel though. I think he's a good middle linebacker pick. Okay, so Lionel Alden is still available, so I think I made the right decision. I think I'm still not going to take Lionel Alden. Denzel Dyson's an okay option. I don't pick again after this till 24. I do like Tyler Tatum. He's projected to be a late first rounder, but has early first round talent, has really good stats. 4.5 is fast enough for a free safety. Good at all the other combine things. I could hope to get him a little later though. I guess the other guy I'd be taking would be that middle linebacker again. We are running a 3-4, so maybe taking both middle linebackers wouldn't be the worst thing. Do I want another middle linebacker? or do I want to for sure get the free safety? I might trade up to get the free safety, and I might take the middle linebacker and just have two. Oh no, we have a good middle linebacker. Cashman has star dev now, so let's go down our board a little bit and take Tyler Tatum. 76 overall hidden dev, number 3 in the draft, so that was an excellent pick. 76 overall, rated number 3, and has hidden development, star better, 89 speed, 92 excel, zone coverage 76, not bad, play rec 71 for rookie, man coverage 66, but we'll see how that goes. Not sure if we'll do that. 96 injury is good, he won't get hurt. 75 hit power, great pick Tyler Tatum. He can go right next to Marcus Williams and will be in business. Let's go ahead and skip to our next pick. Okay, so Lionel Alden just went 74 overall. Not sure about his dev trait. Let's go ahead and just skip to our pick. I just wanted to point that out for everybody. Let's see who's available yet for guys that we like. This guy could be decent. 4.4. That's pretty fast. Pretty fast for running back. Rashard Ward, speed rusher. This guy I did like. Bench press 29 reps, first of all right outside linebackers, and the fastest 40-yard dash. He has B finesse moves, B hit power, so he's strong. A- pursuit. I think he is probably going to be the pick. Rashard Ward. We also pick at 25. I think we might go Trevor Allison next. 4.4, 5.40 at 6.5. Really good stats. Let's go Rashard Ward for sure here. I like him. 74 overall hidden dev again. So I got 2 hidden devs. They happen to not be the first 2 picks that I took. So that's interesting, but we still shored up our defensive line quite a bit. So now after this pick, we won't pick until the first pick of the second round, which actually isn't too far away. We could go running back. This guy could be decent. He looks pretty fast. He's not very strong. He's definitely an elusive back, but we didn't sign anybody. We're still going with Rashard Penny. Yeah. Trevor Allison's here. He's just not... he could be pretty good. Yeah, he's actually got pretty good stats. Power rusher here. Don't know about him. Is there anybody else? Here's another elusive back. I'll come back to you when I find out who I want. Okay, there aren't a lot of other wide receivers that I really like, so we are going to go with Trevor Allison. 72 overall, normal dev, not too bad. We do have a few other decent wide receiving options, so not super in love with that. But we pick right here again. The running back's still here, so we might go with him. Although Rashard Penny's probably still going to be our running back. We have Titus Harris. So we just did draft the safety, but he looks good. He could be good for depth purposes. Could potentially even move to a linebacker if we needed him to, like a middle linebacker. He's probably the best option at this point. We pick again 7 picks. So this guy was projected to be a mid first round pick, and he has early first round talent. How is this other running back down here? He's a late first round talent. Let's take the running back and hope the safety falls. 80 overall hidden dev. Best player in the draft fell to us at pick number 33. So we got him in the second round. Oh man. 87 break tackle, 93 speed, 95 excel, 91 agility. A 77 break tackle is really good actually. 65 strength, everything else amazing. 91 change of direction, 87 juke, 81 spin. Wow. That's crazy. He's so fast. He's going to be our new starting running back. I'm so glad I picked him. Wow. This has been a good draft. Other than my first 2 picks, they were okay. I mean, they were good overall players. But other than that, it's just been really, really good picks since then. Did he go? Yeah, my safety went. There was a quarterback projected to go in the 3rd round that has 1st round talent. We don't have a backup in case anything happens to Darnold, and I'm pretty sure this guy is like the only person on my draft board that would be worth taking at this point. I'm going to take the quarterback just in case. He looks pretty good. 72 overall normal dev. Good depth quarterback. We didn't sign any free agent quarterbacks. Darnold's still the guy. But, I mean, if Darnold gets hurt, we really do need a quarterback, so he'll be really, really good depth for us. So I'm actually pretty happy with that pick. It would have been kind of weird if we had to think about benching Darnold, so I'm glad we don't have to. Okay, let's see who's left. There's a few guys here. We have 3 picks left, 3rd, 5th, and 5th. I really want... Ooh. This guy had 41 reps, 21 years old. This guy's probably the best. He's projected to be a 6th round. I could probably take him with the first pick in the 5th round. Herrera, physical wide receiver, 4'4". Let's go with the wide receiver. 70 overall normal dev. Not a bad pick, but we probably have enough depth at wide receiver. Let's see if our guy's still here at the next pick. First pick of the 5th round. He's probably not. Okay, probably should have gone with the D-tackle. But we did take some earlier. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken a wide receiver. That's my fault. Especially because there's some other guys that are on here. What else can we take a shot on? No. Joe Kitchen. Maybe we'll just trade out to get some picks next year or something. This guy looks pretty decent. Let's pick up the middle linebacker. Depth. 68 overall. Decent pick. I'm just going to trade my next pick because I don't want to use it. So let's see if we can get a decent pick next year. 4th next year from the Falcons. We'll take that. And we'll trade if we have any more picks. I don't think we do. Okay. That'll conclude for the draft. Let's go ahead and take a look at the draft recap. We were able to pick up Braxton Bridge. He had normal dev. Pretty good at 74 overall. Deion Meander, 74 overall, but they're both physical freaks. I think they're going to be really good. John Burke, 89 speed middle linebacker. Tyler Tatum, another great pick. Rashard Ward, pretty good rushing outside linebacker. Trevor Allison, kind of a bust pick. Isaiah Hutchins, super glad we took him. He was the #1 player in the draft with hidden development. He's going to be our starting running back over Rashard Penny. Yeah, not too bad. Can we see, yeah, the whole NFL? Yep, Taj Cates had hidden dev. He had 93 strength, 79 power moves, 78 speed. Holy crap. 78 speed, 78 acceleration, 78 hit power. Wow. That guy was great. Justin Cramer, 76 overall hidden dev. Jonathan Barnes, 74 overall normal dev. Okay, so between... Oh, well, Bridges. 77 overall normal dev. So between Bridges and Cramer, Cramer is the better pick. 76 overall star dev. Bridges was 77, but normal dev. But yeah, I really wish we would have got Cates, but we traded down. We got some good value. We have another 1st round pick next year from Miami that could be really high, so that might be worth it. Who else did I want? Antoine Arnott. This guy I thought was really good. 93 speed, 94 excel. I bet he has hidden development as well. No, he doesn't. Okay, so I would have been disappointed in that. Good to know. Lionel Alden is the other middle linebacker I considered. Normal dev, so we did good there. Okay. I was thinking about Denzel Dyson, normal dev. Okay. Yeah, I think overall we did pretty good. Honestly, we did pretty good, and we got to pick next year in the first round, so I'm super excited about that. Let's go ahead. I'll show you the roster for the next year, and that will end it for this episode. Next episode will be the next season, but I think we made really good strides. We could have done more in free agency, but we ended up drafting really well. So yeah, let's take a look at the roster and end the episode. All right, so we have a lot of corners I signed, more than I thought. So we're going to trade Mike Hilton. He is 28, and our 24th projected pick to the Jaguars for the second projected overall pick. So hopefully that trade pays off for us, but we just have quite the committee at cornerback right now, and I want to give some other guys some go. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the depth chart for the year and end the episode. Sam Darnold will be our starting quarterback with Simon Hitchens backing him up this year. At halfback, Isaiah Hutchins, the #1 overall rated player in the draft last season. Got him 93 speed, 95 excel. Super excited to have him. Rashard Penny, we picked up his 5th-year option. He can be a good change of pace back. Don't really have a fullback, so Trevon Wesco is going to play at wide receiver. Big improvements here. John Ross with 96 speed, 95 excel is going to be our #1 receiver this year. Hopefully he can break out. Zach Pascal as well with star development. Both these guys have star development and are 25 and 26 years old. Denzel Mims, Antonio Gandy-Golden, both 72 overall now, so looking pretty good. Trevor Allison and Eric Herrera, we drafted this year. At tight end, O.J. Howard, who we traded for last year. Chris Herndon. Left tackle, Mekhi Becton, up to 76 overall. He's a superstar development, which is awesome. Left guard, James Daniels, 80 overall, still young yet. Center, Daniel Kilgore, we signed just so we wouldn't have James Murray starting. Right guard, Natane Muti, up to 73 overall now. Right tackle, Jordan Mailata, from 53 overall up to 64 overall, so the Mailata project is paying off so far. Hopefully we can sign him to a long-term deal before he gets too good, and I could definitely see him being a long-term right tackle. Look at that, 6'8", 346, huge. Left end, Dion Meander, I'm going to say Meander. Signed him, he was our 2nd overall pick in the draft, I believe. Only normal dev, but 74 overall. Good speed, good strength. He's going to be good left end. Right end, Quinn Williams, of course. Defensive tackle, Braxton Bridge, we drafted as our 1st overall pick, normal dev, but still 74 overall. Great speed for a defensive tackle. He's going to be a good speed rusher up the middle. Left outside linebacker, Rashawn Gary. At middle linebacker, we're going to be starting John Burke and Blake Cashman. John Burke has hidden dev as a rookie, and Blake Cashman has star dev now after he had a really good year last year. Devondre Campbell we signed pretty cheap in free agency. He's going to be a rotational middle linebacker because we are playing the 3-4, so we're going to need a guy to come in every once in a while. He's a great option to come in. Right outside linebacker, Rashad Ward. He's got hidden dev. We also drafted Josh Richardson at middle linebacker. He was a 65 overall. By moving him to right outside linebacker, he's now a 72 overall. That looks amazing. Cornerback, like I mentioned, we have quite a few people. Jordan Lewis here, star dev, only I believe 25 years old. Kevin King, 26 years old. I love Kevin King being 6'3", star dev. We have Emmanuel Mosley, Lasan Austin, Bryce Hall there. Free safety, Marcus Williams, Ashton Davis. Strong safety, we moved Tyler Tatum from free safety to strong safety. He's still a 76 overall. Hidden dev, 6'4", 210. 89 speed, 92 excel. He's going to be an amazing safety. Ashton Davis is going to back him up there as well. We really want Ashton Davis to get playing time. He's a really good player. Kick returner and punt return is going to be Ashton Davis. Third down running back, power running back is going to be Isaiah Hutchins. He's going to do everything for us. Slot receiver going to go with Denzel Mims and Antonio Gandy-Golden. Rushing left end is going to be Dion Meander. Rushing right end, Rashard Ward. He is a speed rusher. Rushing D tackle, Quinn Williams. So he's going to be an interior rusher with Braxton Bridge. And that is the team. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you're curious to see how this team turns out, this is a complete tear-apart rebuild of the New York Jets. I think we made a lot of good progress in year 1. If you are interested, stay tuned. Episode 2 will be coming out shortly. If you want to see how season 2 goes, I'll see you guys there. Bye.